BGM Network.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. This episode is partially sponsored by Libby Weissman and her team at SeniorTransitionNavigator.com and LuxuryHomesOfTheTreasureCoast.com. So Libby works with seniors and their families, and they provide a lot of services that help with making lifestyle choices. And I'm talking about downsizing, decluttering, packing, moving, estate sales, relocation, and more. So you can give Libby a call at 772-783-2800 or visit SeniorTransitionNavigator.com and LuxuryHomesOfTheTreasureCoast.com. Now, I've said it before, and I will say it again. Insurance of any kind can be very difficult to understand. And when it comes to healthcare, especially Medicare, with all the changes happening, it is impossible for the average person to keep up. And calling an 800 number, yeah, that's fun. Good luck with that in trying to get to a real person quickly. Well, joining me in the studio today is a real life person that knows everything about healthcare, health insurance. And this is Jared Taibl of Taibl Insurance, and he prides himself on customer service, excellent customer service for the people that he works with. He's got a lot of great information to share. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ellen. It's great to be here.
Yes, I am happy to have you here because before we know it, we're going to sneeze. We are already the middle of September. How did that happen? I don't know. As we're taping this, and the open enrollment season for healthcare in general and Medicare is going to be upon us. So before we talk about insurance specifics, I would love for you to share a little bit about your background, because I think that you have a really great background when it comes to business, when it comes to family business, and you have amazing support too with your beautiful wife, Tammy. Mm-hmm. So tell us why you wanted to get into the health insurance space.
Well, I'm in the sexy, exciting insurance world, but it wasn't always that way. My background, my former life, as I tell people, it was air conditioning. Mm-hmm. I was an air conditioning contractor for 25 years, and I had a life spasm. And I decided that I needed to change directions, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. Mm. So I was talking to my wife one night, who's very, very wise in
she's
in
brilliant.
her years.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And she was like, why don't you go talk to this guy? And she used to do quite a bit of networking for the AC company, so she knows our circle of friends. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, he does insurance. I don't know anything about that, and I'm not really interested in that. But I was like, you know what? I don't have any other ideas off the top of my head, so a conversation could be well worth it. So I went and had that conversation, and I spoke to the gentleman, and I said, listen, I'm not sure what I want to do, but I want something that I can have a more flexible schedule so I can spend more time with my kids, because I refuse to be that old guy that looks back on his life and says, you know, I wish I spent more time with my kids when they were little.
And you have 3 of them.
2.
2.
Don't give me extra kids, Ellen.
Okay, so I was going to say 5. Sorry. Sorry, Tammy.
No, we are perfectly balanced. I have a mini me. He is 6, and we have a mini, my wife, Tammy, and she is 10.
Okay.
And so I checked that first box.
Yeah.
I wanted something that had little to no overhead in the form of a business. Mm-hmm. And I wanted something that I could sell that has residual income. Mm-hmm. And I wanted something that was intangible, that
Yeah.
A product that I can sell that I don't have to come out and mess with at 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve, because that
Going
has happened
to somebody's
before.
attic. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I was crawling in an attic at 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve one year, and that's one of the catalysts of me changing industries.
Yeah.
I really love what I did, and because I like complicated problems.
Yeah.
And in my transition of businesses, that was one of the things that I want. I like a challenge. And in speaking to the gentleman that I did, he was like, you just checked all your boxes, and Medicare is a complicated problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that seems like it may be something that's up my alley. And I did tons more research, and I went with it. And almost 5 years in now.
I was going to say, it's been a number of years already.
Yeah. And I love what I do again. So I do all healthcare, under 65 group, but my main focus is Medicare. I get great satisfaction in helping people find their path, because it is so ridiculously complicated.
Yeah.
And people are just expected to know how to navigate it. But what I want people to know is that you can use the services of an independent broker, such as myself, and it's absolutely free. It's no cost to you.
Yeah.
The tricky part is finding someone that you can trust. So you have to have that rapport, and it's because there are some people out there.
There's always, every industry has the bad apples, but since you've been in it for 5+ years, you know, a lot of people try it and they wash out within a year or two. And I've known you for a lot longer, and I know that you understand the business of business, and customer service when you were in AC was very important to you. So all of those very important things that clients look for and trusted you with when you were in AC, your health insurance people also benefit from that as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really simple business strategy, is just shoot straight with people and you'll have long-term business.
Yeah. And figuring out problems, because people will come to you with a plethora of maybe health issues and different medications, and then you are, either validating that what they have is currently okay, or if not, these are the alternatives. And then even if you say that you're good where you are right now, they're going to keep coming back to you year after year to hear, because everybody's situation changes at some point. So they're going to trust you even more with that. So I really like that. And insurance. Okay, this is a great segue because it's overwhelming. So what do you do to make the process simple for people? Definitely less intimidating. How do you handle that?
Well, it sounds so simple, but we talk.
Yeah.
In the beginning, there's obviously the getting to know you phase, and when the first time you speak with someone, they're a little bit on guard. But I let them know who I am, how I work. I'm non-biased. Of course, I have my professional opinions, but generally, I mean, that can change, because it's all about people's needs. That is what gives us direction.
Yeah.
So a general direction, say with Medicare, is, yes, of course, I have a professional opinion on what is your best general direction, but we may have a conversation and that changes things completely. So it really is about getting into that rapport and talking with people and really finding out what their needs are, so we can fill those best.
All right. I like that a lot. And I spoke about family values, in the beginning. And of course, you have Tammy behind you. So it's very rooted in what you do. So how do you think that helps in your day-to-day, and how does that benefit the people that you work with?
Well, having the team of myself and my wife, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better partner. You know, if I found a better partner, I might have married them.
Aw, no.
No, but working with my wife it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we do Medicare seminars throughout the area. And I'm not going to lie, some people come to the seminars because Tammy's a lot prettier than I am.
Well, yeah, I would say so. No offense, but yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, just having someone who shares that value base. And I mean, it doesn't really seem to be anything that's so complicated or unique, but in today's world, it seems to be fleeting. But
Yeah.
you know, we promote that and we boost that, and we want to work with clients that share that. You know, we're good people and we want to serve good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and
I like that.
you know, it's again, the seminars are great having my wife there so we can bounce off of each other and you know, answer people's questions. And
Yeah, she's great.
it is.
And before we go to commercial break, for the people that are listening on iHeartRadio and the podcasts, how do they get in touch with you? You have a phone number. You have a special phone number now that you're just launched.
Yes.
And then you have your website. So share both, please.
Okay, so my website is TaibleInsurance.com. It's TAIB as in Bravo L insurance.com. And my phone number is 772-400-2224. And if it's a specific Medicare inquiry, you can just text Medicare to that number, 772-400-2224, and we'll set up a time to talk and dive into your needs.
Wonderful. And with that, we're going to take a very quick break. But Jared Taibl of Taibl Insurance, we have a lot more to discuss. Stay tuned.
At Evergreen Media, we know the people, the businesses, and the work needed to take your marketing to the next level. We know where locals go to shop, work, and have fun.
We're here to focus on your local advertising so you can focus on your business. This is our home. This is our business. Evergreen Media. We market, you grow.
This season, the spotlight shines brighter than ever at Riverside Theater in Vero Beach. Get ready for 4 unforgettable Stark Stage blockbusters. First, the wildly entertaining Little Shop of Horrors. Then, murder gets musical in the Tony Award-winning A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Experience the groundbreaking power of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Jesus Christ Superstar. And don't miss the toe-tapping fun of Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. Save 20% when you buy all 4 Stark Stage shows together. Plus, on the intimate Waxlack stage, enjoy bold, exciting performances. Save 20% when you bundle any 2 Waxlack stage shows. Incredible theater. Get your best seats today at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
When you're sick of stomping bugs and repulsed by rats, call Sandpiper Pest Control. Put those pests to rest permanently. Sandpiper's been here for over a quarter century, saving Floridian homes and businesses from the horror of house rats, the creepiness of cockroaches, and the terror of termites. And because we live here too, we do it responsibly. For your pests with more than 2 legs, call Sandpiper Pest Control.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. I'm with Jared Taibl of Taibl Insurance, Health, Life, Group Insurance. We're going to dive right back into the conversation. And actually, since I said life, health, and group. These are the services that you offer. So if you can go into a little bit more detail on what you do with Taibl Insurance.
Well, again, we do life insurance, term policies, whole life, IULs, which is Index Universal Life. That's kind of the newer type of whole life insurance these days. So a whole life policy will gain value over time. An IUL, an Indexed Universal Life policy, will gain more because it is tied to, it's not attached to an index, like say S&P 500.
Right, okay.
But it follows it. So you'll have a ceiling and a floor. So you'll never lose below the floor, which is typically 0.
Okay.
So you'll never lose money.
Okay.
And you'll participate in the gains up to a certain percentage.
Okay.
So if the S&P has a year where it's up 13% and the ceiling on your IUL is 10%, you'll get the 10% gain, not the 13. And in a year where it loses 10%, you'll lose nothing.
Okay.
So that's, in a nutshell, how the IULs work. They're a very good product. These days, there's living benefits that are packed into a lot of these newer life insurance policies. That the living benefits are great because you don't have to die to use them.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So if you come down with a chronic illness, a critical illness, or a terminal illness, you can draw from the...
You can tap into that.
You can draw from the benefit.
Okay.
Group is another line that we do. It's if you're a business owner and you're not sure if you've been thinking about putting some type of benefits in place, sometimes it can seem very daunting. It is quite complicated process, but that's what we're here for, to help you through that. And also with group, if you're a small business owner, you should know that there are other options besides traditional health insurance.
Okay.
So if someone's interested in that, give us a call. I can expound on that. Health insurance, ACA, which is under 65, that's individual and family plans. Things are changing for both ACA and Medicare. Premiums are going up.
Ooh, hiss, that's what I say, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I have no control over that. But I can help people find their best option with, not a great option era, I suppose we could call it. But yeah, so if that's something that is needed, I can absolutely help with that with ACA. Medicare, the Part B premium is going up next year.
Okay.
Yeah, there's all kinds of turbulence due to various reasons in healthcare costs going up, Congress, all kinds of stuff that's making these premiums fluctuate the way they are.
Okay.
Hopefully in the coming years it will level out. But whatever the case is, I can help you find your best path.
Okay. All right. I like that a lot, especially with group, because there's been a period of time where a lot of business owners felt like they couldn't afford it. So they had their employees go to the marketplace. But now a lot of them are starting to change their minds. So it's nice to know that you'll actually sit with the business owner and their team, HR and everything, to go over the options. So that's fantastic. I like that a lot. So is there anything else that you wanted to talk about any changes, like what people should do, over the next few months?
Well, the open enrollments are coming up soon. The open enrollment for Medicare, which is AEP, that starts October 15th.
Okay.
That's going to December 7th. So if you're on Medicare and you're not sure about what's going on and you don't have anyone to help, give us a call.
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell you if, you're on the best plan that you can be. I'm not going to try to force something upon you that's no good for you, because I'm here for long-term business.
Yeah, and this is a small town.
Yeah.
Treasure Coast is a small place, so that's what you're known for.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to make sure that people understand that when they call you, they're getting you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not calling an 800 number and never talking to the same person twice. And you get to know your people, which is really good.
Well, that leads me to probably the most important thing that I can convey to your audience. Work with a licensed independent broker. A broker, such as myself, is someone that is contracted with many carriers. So I can show you a range of options, but your needs are where we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you call an 800 number, you're most likely talking to a captive agent.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So captive agents work for the insurance company. So if you call 1-800-XYZ and you ask them, hey, what's the best insurance plan for me? Guess what they're going to say?
Theirs.
We may have a couple of options within our company, but it's only going to be XYZ insurance carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I can show you options from different carriers, many plans from different carriers.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it's about, is seeing what your options are, talking them through, and making a wise decision based on the insight that we can provide for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that a lot. So is there anything looking forward to what, might be happening at Taibl Insurance? You want to talk about anything do you have some events coming up? Is there anything that you might be thinking about doing in the future with Taibl Insurance?
Well, we're steadily on the grow. I do have a couple of seminars scheduled in the coming months, because we are gearing up for AEP, which is the Medicare open enrollment, as well as the ACA open enrollment, which that one starts November 1st. And this year, there's going to be a change to that. So last year, it went November 1st to January 15th. That is no longer.
Okay.
It's November 1st to December 15th for a January 1st effective date.
Okay.
So that's a very important thing to remember. So AEP for Medicare, again, is October 15th to December 7th. And ACA, which is individual and family plans, is November 1st to December 15th.
Okay. And then another important thing, because Cindy said she's going to cut us off soon, okay, is your phone number.
Yes. You can reach us at 772-400-2224. If it's a Medicare inquiry, you can just text Medicare to that number, and we'll get you on the schedule, and we'll talk about your needs.
I love that. And before Cindy really shuts us down for real, because it's going to happen in a few moments, I wanted to just say a quick thank you to Libby Weissman of SeniorTransitionNavigator.com and LuxuryHomesOfTheTreasureCoast.com. Libby can be reached at 772-783-2800. This is for seniors who need to make decisions to live their best, vibrant, wonderful life in their senior years. And I am glad, because you're also working with seniors, so you are helping people feel good and confident about the decisions about their health care. So I wanted to say, before we get cut off, is thank you so much for being here. This was a tremendous help for people to understand why they need to speak with you, the owner. You're an insurance broker and the owner of your own agency.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, it's wonderful for you to be here. For everyone that's listening and watching, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. Until next week, I miss you already.